This is Dr. S. Prasanna, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Pingil Government College for Women, Warangal. In the previous classes, we have gone through the definition of vector space and some examples of vector spaces. In one of the examples, we have even proved and that means verified every axiom whether it is satisfying for that considered set under the considered considered operations of addition and scalar multiplication. And we have also studied the properties of vector spaces wherein I have taken every property as a theorem and we have proved that statement also. We have gone through the proofs of those statements also. Now, in today's class, I want to solve some problems on vector spaces. Let us see what are the problems and how we can solve them. And the first problem is, show that the set H of all points of R2 of the form as it is R2, it is an ordered pair and it is the elements of R2 are given of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s, and they are asking that H is not a vector space, and we have to show that H, that set of all ordered pairs of R2 of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s do not form a vector space at all. That means some axiom of the definition of vector space is not going to be satisfied in such a way defined set. So, and there is a hint given to you, and what is that? By showing that it is not closed under scalar multiplication, they are also giving you the hint that the axiom, the particular axiom which is not satisfied so that H is not a vector space is the axiom of scalar multiplication. That means H is not closed under scalar multiplication is the hint already given to you, and you can verify that. But instead, I want to give some other axiom also not satisfied by this H, because in the exam you may not be given the hint in brackets like that. Then usually what we do is you go on verifying the axioms from the beginning in the order. So the first axiom in the definition of vector space we see it is the closure axiom with respect to addition. So I will start verifying from that axiom. Here let us take the H in set builder form. Whatever be the definition of H given in the problem, let us take it in the notation form, in the set builder form, and that is like this. H is equal to set of all ordered pairs of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s such that s belongs to R. Here a variable is also taken in the ordered pair, that is s, and s is a real number. And then definitely as H is consisting of ordered pairs of such form, then H is a subset of R2. I have taken to verify the first axiom of definition of vector space, which is closure axiom. We need two vectors from the two elements from the set H, and as they are denoted by vectors in linear algebra, I said every element we call it as a vector. So u bar comma v bar, I have taken two vectors, two elements which are vectors from the set H. And as they are these two elements, as they are in the set H, they should be of the form, each of them should be of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s. So in the vector u bar, I have taken the variable as s1, and in the vector v bar I have taken the variable s2, and the vectors look like this. U bar is equal to 3s1 comma 2 plus 5s1 comma v bar is equal to 3s2 comma 2 plus 5s2. And here, by the definition of H, these variables S1 and S2 should be real numbers from the set R. So S1 comma S2 belongs to R. Now, in closure axiom, we have to see whether the additive, the sum of these two vectors, that is U bar plus V bar, that may belong to H or does not belong to H. So let us see what will happen, whether that belongs to H or not. Consider U bar plus V bar, and U bar plus V bar is equal to 3s1 comma 2 plus 5s1 plus 3s2 comma 2 plus 5s2, and this is sum of two vectors in R2, as R2 the set of real numbers, the set of ordered pairs R2 consisting of real numbers as entries is possessing the axiom of vector addition. Addition of vectors is possible in R2 by in the manner how the possibility of addition is there in R2. I am using it, and that is adding the corresponding elements and writing in the corresponding position, and that is like this: 3s1 plus 3s2 comma 2 plus 5s1 plus 2 plus 5s2. The first two elements are added and written in the first as the first coordinate, and the second two elements are added and written in the second position. Now I have taken 3 common, and here 2 plus 2 we have written as 4, and 5s1 plus 5s2 I have taken 5 common. So this is 3 times s1 plus s2, and the second element is 4 plus 5 times s1 plus s2. But how could we write this 3s1 plus 3s2 as 3 times s1 plus s2? This is the property of distributive law. This is distributive axiom in which is the ninth property in the definition of vector space, which is satisfied in the vector space R2, as the elements in this set H are each of the ordered pair of this element of H is nothing but an element of R2, and we already know that R2 is a vector space. So by the distributive law we can write 3s1 plus 3s2 as 3 times s1 plus s2. And now the resultant vector of u bar plus v bar is 3 times s1 plus s2 comma 4 plus 5 times s1 plus s2. Here we can see that this definitely is not an element of H, because of the reason that every element of H should be of the form ordered pair of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s. But here we got 3 times s1 plus s2 is of the form 3s. We can consider it like that. But 2 plus 5s, it should be there 2 plus 5s. But here in u bar plus v bar, the second element is of the form 4 plus 5 times s1 plus s2. 5 times s1 plus s2 also we can consider as it is s1 plus s2 is an element of R. That is no problem. But in place of 2 we are getting 4 here in u bar plus v bar. That should not be acceptable, for the reason that 2 is a fixed number, and as 2 is a fixed number which is a constant, here it is 4, means it is totally a different vector. So u bar plus v bar cannot be in the set H, as it isn't of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s. That means H is not closed under addition. So as u bar plus v bar is not an element of H, u bar plus v bar doesn't belong to H, means the set H is not closed under addition, or we can say that the closure axiom with respect to addition is not satisfied in the set H. That is how we could prove that H is not a vector space. When even if one axiom is not satisfied, then we can say that that set can't be a vector space. And by the hint already given in the problem, we can verify that also. That is, that hint says that H is not closed under scalar multiplication. Let us verify using that hint also. So R means either in the exam or when you have to prove either of the proof you can, either of the solution you can have, not both at a time. So either above or the below one you can have. So now let U bar belongs to H. For scalar multiplication, we need a scalar and a vector from the set H. Vector from the set H and a scalar from the set R. Now I have taken U bar belongs to H. U bar is in H means U bar should be of the form U bar is equal to 3s comma 2 plus 5s, where s is a real number, where s belongs to capital R. Now I am taking the scalar as 2. Now 2u bar, which is cu bar, the product, the scalar multiple here I am taking as 2, so it seems like 2u bar. So 2u bar is equal to 2 times 3s comma 2 plus 5s. When we multiply 2 with the elements in the ordered pair, we get 6s comma 4 plus 10s. This we can do by multiplying 2 to the elements of ordered pair. We are using the property of scalar multiplication in the set R, in the set R2, and that is how we could get 6s comma 4 plus 10s. But here we can see that the element 6s comma 4 plus 10s is not at all of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s. Now both the elements of the ordered pair are varying from the element of the set H, an arbitrary element of the set H. Here it should be in H, it should be 3s as the first element in the ordered pair. But here we got 6s as the first element in the scalar multiple, and that is not tallying. And the second one, 4 plus 10s, is also different from 2 plus 5s, because in place of 2 we are getting the different number 4, and in place of 5s you are getting 10s. This is also not acceptable. So on the whole we can say that the scalar multiple is not an element of H. That is how H is not closed under scalar multiplication. Therefore in either cases we can say that H is not a vector space. So this H, which is the subset of R2, and in which every element is of the form 3s comma 2 plus 5s such that S belongs to R, is not a vector space with respect to addition and multiplication defined in ordered pairs or in R2. So that is the first problem. We have completed it. Practice it on your own. You can even verify other axioms and prove that H is not a vector space. Even if some of the axioms are satisfied, if even a single axiom is not satisfied, then we can conclude that that set can't be a vector space. Now let us move on to the next problem, that is the second one. So what is given to us? Let H be the set of points inside and on the unit circle in xy plane. So H is given as the set, H is defined as the set of points inside and on the unit circle in xy plane. So circle is a two-dimensional figure, and here we are it is taken that it is in the xy plane, and in such a way that it is a unit circle, and we have to consider the set H as the set of points inside and on that unit circle. Then H will be in the set builder form. H can be taken as H is equal to set of x comma y such that x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. X comma y such that x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. That means all the points on the unit as it is a unit circle, the radius of that circle is 1 unit. We can say 1 unit means that may be 1 centimeter or 1 meter or whatever it be. It is a 1 unit, single 1 unit to radius is the circle having that radius, and it is even we can consider that the origin is the center of that circle. If that is so, we can say the equation of the circle is x square plus y square is equal to 1. But when we are considering the points not only on the circle but the points inside the circle also, then we have to take x square plus y square less than or equal to 1. This constitutes all the points which are on the unit circle and inside that unit circle also. So H is set of all ordered pairs x comma y such that x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. So that is the notational form of that set H. Now we are asked to find specific examples of two vectors and a scalar. Two particular examples with numbers. We have to give two examples for two vectors and a scalar. And what are these for? We have to making use of these two vectors and scalar, we have to show that H is not a vector space. Now let us see how we can take those two vectors and can prove it is that the set given H is not a vector space. So given H is a set of points inside and on the unit circle radius 1 in xy plane. Not only the radius is 1, we have to consider the center of the circle as the origin, that is 0 0. So then H will be in the set builder form, or H is the set in notational form, can be taken as set of x ordered pairs x comma y such that x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. Now we have to prove that H is not a vector space by taking two specific examples. Specific examples in the sense we have to take the numbers in place of x and y. And here I have taken two vectors u bar and v bar in such a way that those are in numbers. So how have I taken them? U bar is equal to 1 comma 0 and v bar is equal to 0 comma 1. This is your choice, but whatever be the numbers you are taking, verify that those numbers, in the number in place of x and the number in place of y, should satisfy the condition x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. Here x I have taken in u bar, in place of x I have taken 1, and in place of y I have taken 0. Then x square plus y square will be equal to 1 square plus 0 square, and that is equal to 1. So 1 square plus 0 square is satisfying less than or equal to 1 condition. So u bar can be a vector of H. U bar can be an element of H, the set H. Now see whether it happens with v bar also. So v bar I have taken 0 comma 1. Here x is 0 and y is 1. Then x square plus y square will be equal to 0 square plus 1 square, which is further equal to 1. That means 0 square plus 1 square satisfies the condition of less than or equal to 1. So u bar and v bar are the elements of H. That is the point I have mentioned in the next line. Then u bar comma v bar belongs to H as 1 square plus 0 square is less than or equal to 1, and 0 square plus 1 square is equal to 1 is also less than or equal to 1. And now consider the sum u bar plus v bar. So u bar plus v bar is equal to 1 comma 0 plus 0 comma 1. As these two are ordered pairs, by the sum of two vectors in R2, by using the definition of sum of two ordered pairs in R2, we can add these two ordered pairs by the way 1 plus 0 we can write as 1, adding the first two elements and writing as the first element in the resultant, and the adding the next two elements, second elements of the two vectors and writing it as the second element in the resultant, we can see that 1 comma 0 plus 0 comma 1 gives you 1 comma 1, as 1 plus 0 is 1 and 0 plus 1 is 1. Now we have to see whether 1 comma 1 belongs to H or not. But I am claiming that it is not an element of H. I am saying that 1 comma 1 does not belong to H. How is that? Because the numbers in place of x and y, that those are 1 and 1, that those are not satisfying the condition x square plus y square less than or equal to 1. How it goes? 1 square plus 1 square, x square plus y square here is equal to 1 square plus 1 square, and the sum is equal to 2, and 2 we know that it is not less than or equal to 1. That means u bar plus v bar is not an element of H. That means H is not closed under addition. The closure axiom with respect to addition is not satisfied in H. That means H is not closed under addition. Hence, if I already said that even if one axiom is not satisfied out of the 10 axioms which are needed to be a vector for a set to be a vector space, then we can say that set cannot be a vector space. So here, as the closure axiom is not satisfied, we can say that H is not a vector space. Also, they are in the question they have asked us to find a specific scalar. With that scalar also we should be able to show that the given set H is not a vector space, and for that reason I have proceeded further taking a scalar, and that scalar I have taken as 4, and I have taken one more vector in the set H defined like this: w bar is equal to 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2, and we can say that this is an element of H, as the values I have taken for x and y satisfy the condition x square plus y square less than or equal to 1. How they are satisfying, we can see in this statement, in this step. 1 by 2, x I have taken 1 by 2, and even y I have taken 1 by 2. So x square plus y square gives us 1 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square, which is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, and as it is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, the answer is equal to 1 by 2, and I have chosen the scalar c is equal to 4. Scalar can be anything, any real number, any real value you can consider. So I have chosen c is equal to 4 as the particular specific scalar. Now consider CW bar. That means I am going to verify the scalar multiplication, and that is the reason I am taking scalar multiple of W bar with the scalar C, and that is equal to 4 times 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2, and this we can say is equal to 4 into 1 by 2 comma 4 into 1 by 2, which is 2 comma 2, and we can say that 2 comma 2 cannot be an element of H, for the reason that here x is 2 and y is 2, and when we see x square plus y the value of x square plus y square, it is equal to 2 square plus 2 square, and it is further equal to 4 plus 4, which is 8, and we know that 8 is not a number less than or equal to 1. So 2 square plus 2 square is not less than or equal to 1, and hence we can say that 2 comma 2 is not an element of H. That means scalar multiple is not an element of H. That means we have given here in this part of the solution, we have given a particular specific vector and a specific scalar, and could prove that the scalar multiplication does not exist in the set H. That is, H is not closed under scalar multiplication also, as we have already proved that H is not closed under addition. Now we could prove that H is not closed under scalar multiplication also. So we can give the conclusion that H is not a vector space, and to prove that H is not a vector space, we have given two specific vectors and at the same time a specific scalar also. Now let us move on to the next problem, that is the third one in the problems. We are solving problems on vector spaces, and now we have arrived at the third problem, and let us see what is the problem. Let V be the first quadrant in xy plane. First quadrant in xy plane, we can see there are 4 quadrants which are made by the horizontal axis x axis and the vertical axis y axis. Those two axes divide the plane xy plane into 4 quadrants, and V is a set in the first quadrant that is considered in the problem. And V is defined. How it is defined? V is equal to set of x comma y such that x is greater than or equal to 0 comma y is greater than or equal to 0. That means V is the set of all ordered pairs where both the elements are positive, or 0 or positive, or we can say non-negative. If the elements are non-negative, we can say that they are either equal to 0 or greater than 0. So V is such a set where it consists of all the ordered pairs of the form x comma y in such a way that x is greater than or equal to 0 comma y is greater than or equal to 0. Then what are we need to find or solve? The first bit, there are 2 bits given here. A bit says what is given? If u bar and v bar are in V, is u bar plus v bar in V. They are asking that if u bar comma v bar are any 2 vectors in V, can the sum of those 2 elements, 2 vectors u bar plus v bar is also in V? And if not, or if so, we have to give the reason. They are asking for giving the reason why. And the B bit constitutes the question that find a specific vector u bar in V and a specific scalar C such that C u bar is not in V. As in the earlier problem, we have to give some specific vector u bar and a specific scalar C, so that C u bar is not an element of that defined set V. So let us start there is a hint given to you in the brackets. This is enough to show that V is not a vector space, and it is not hint actually. This is a fact or claim. What is that? If we are able to give a scalar C and a vector u bar such that C u bar is not in V, then automatically the scalar multiplication is not satisfied in V, and hence V cannot be a vector space. So they are saying that V is not a vector space when the scalar multiplication is not defined in it, not satisfied in it. Let us move on to the solution now. So V is the set of points in the first quadrant in xy plane. That is how V is defined in the problem. And if in the set builder form, V is equal to set of ordered pairs x comma y such that x is greater than or equal to 0 comma y is greater than or equal to 0. Both the elements, both the coordinates of the ordered pair are non-negative. That means each is either equal to 0 or positive, greater than 0. Now I am taking to get the solution of A bit, we need two vectors u bar and v bar. So I am taking two vectors, elements or vectors. We can say all the elements in vector spaces are called as vectors. So by element we should mean vector, and by vector we should mean that we want to mention it as an element. Vector means element and element means vector in the topic linear algebra. So in the topic vector spaces particularly now. So V is equal to x set of x comma y such that x greater than equal to 0 comma y greater than equal to 0. In this set I have taken two elements from this set. U bar is equal to x1 comma y1 comma v bar is equal to x2 comma y2, and I am claiming that I am taking that these two are elements of V. If this is so, then if these two are elements of V, then what should happen? x1 should be greater than equal to 0 comma y1 greater than equal to 0 comma x2 greater than equal to 0, and even y2 should be greater than or equal to 0. All the elements taken in the all the coordinates in the two vectors should be greater than or equal to 0. Now let us move on to find u bar plus v bar, and we can see here it is equal to x1 comma y1 plus x2 comma y2, which is further equal to x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2 by the definition of addition of vectors in the set R2. As these are ordered pairs in general in R2, we can say that it is equal to x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2, and we can say that it is an element of V. This belongs to V for the reason that if this has to be an element of V, then each of these coordinates should be greater than or equal to 0. See with how it happens. X1 plus x2 is greater than equal to 0 comma y1 plus y2 is also greater than equal to 0 for the reason that we already have x1, x2, y1, y2, each of them are greater than or equal to 0. Each of them is greater than or equal to 0, and if every number is a positive number, the addition of those numbers taken two at a time will also be greater than or equal to 0, and that is how x1 plus x2 is greater than equal to 0 comma y1 plus y2 greater than or equal to 0, and as sum of two non-negative numbers is always non-negative is the reason mentioned here. Now we can say that u bar plus v bar belongs to V by this explanation. So on the whole, what we have proved is u bar plus v bar belongs to V for all u bar comma v bar belongs to V. As we have not taken any specific examples, specific vectors u bar comma v bar, as they are considered in general, that is how we can say that u bar plus v bar belongs to V gives the conclusion that V is closed under addition, as it will be true for all the vectors in V, in the set V. So V is closed under the addition, under the operation addition. Now we have to find a specific vector u bar and a specific scalar C in such a way that Cu bar, that scalar multiple Cu bar is not an element of V. That is what we have to show in this part B of this problem. So consider I have taken one vector from V and one scalar, two things. as specific. How I have taken, see here, consider u bar is equal to 2 comma 3. Now I can say that this is an element of V for the reason that the coordinates that I have taken 2 and 3, both the numbers are positive. 2 is greater than 0 and 3 is greater than 0, that we know. So u bar is consisting of two x comma y elements as 2 comma 3, so that x is greater than 0 and even y is greater than 0, and for that reason u bar is an element of V. Now take a specific scalar. I am taking it as c is equal to -5. You can have your own choice of taking the scalar, choosing the scalar, but you have to choose in such a way that cu bar should not be an element of V. For some scalars, it may happen that cu bar may be an element of V, but we have to choose c in such a way that our aim is to prove cu bar is not an element of V. So your option of choosing C should be in such a way that cu bar is not an element of V. So I have taken C as -5, and now I consider the scalar multiple cu bar. I have calculated it. It is -5 times 2 comma 3, and that is by scalar multiplication in R2. It is equal to -5 into 2, that is -10, comma -5 into 3, that is -15. Here we can see both the elements of the ordered pair -10 comma -15 are negative. They should be non-negative. For that element to be in the set V, both the coordinates should be non-negative, but here they are negative. That is the reason -10 comma -15 does not belong to the set V. Here in place of x we have -10, which is not greater than or equal to 0, and in place of y we got -15, even that is not greater than or equal to 0. For that reason we are claiming that cu bar, we are concluding that cu bar is not an element of V, and hence V is not closed under scalar multiplication. So V is not a vector space. We have seen that from A, V is closed under addition, but by B we have shown that V is not closed under scalar multiplication. So even though it is the set V is closed under addition, as it is not closed under scalar multiplication, it cannot be a vector space. Finally, the defined set V in the problem is not a vector space. So V is not a vector space in this problem. Now move on to the next problem, which is fourth one. The problem states that let W be the union of first and third quadrants in the xy plane. So W is the union of first and third quadrants in the xy plane. That means W can consist of all the elements from not all the elements. W consists of elements from first quadrant and at the same time elements from third quadrant also in the xy plane. That is, let W is equal to set of all x comma y such that x comma y are greater than or equal to 0. It is not x comma y, it is written mistaken here. It is a mistake here. It shouldn't be comma there. When you take down the notes, see that it is not x comma y, it is xy. The W is set such that it consists of all ordered pairs x comma y such that the product x into y is greater than or equal to 0. We can see the ordered pairs in the first quadrant x comma y, both are positive, consists of both positive coordinates, but the ordered pairs in the third quadrant consist of both the negative coordinates. In both the cases we can see that the product of the coordinates is positive. for the reason that plus into plus is plus and minus into minus is also plus. That is how W consists of set of all ordered pairs x comma y such that the product xy is greater than or equal to 0. So now we are asked to find two parts of the two bits are given to us. In the A bit it is asked that if u bar is in W and C is any scalar, is Cu bar in W? Why? So if u bar is in W and C is any scalar, they are asking to take a vector and a scalar and a scalar and verify whether Cu bar, the scalar multiple, belongs to the set W. If so, why? Or if not, why? We have to give the reason. And in B bit we are asked to find a specific vector. We are asked to find specific vectors u bar and v bar in W in such a way that u bar plus v bar is not in W. This is enough to show that W is not a vector space. Of course, if the closure axiom is not satisfied, we can say that W is not a vector space. Now let us move on to the solution. W is the union of first and third quadrants in the xy plane that is given to us. So in set builder form, W is equal to set of x comma y such that here it is written properly. It is xy greater than or equal to 0. So W consists of, if we go elaborately the meaning of xy greater than or equal to 0, as I said early while explaining the problem, what I said, product of two positive numbers is positive or product of two negative numbers is also positive. For that reason, W consists of set of all ordered pairs x comma y such that x is greater than or equal to 0 comma y is greater than or equal to 0 at a time, or other choice is x is less than or equal to 0 comma y is less than or equal to 0. In A bit I have to take a vector u bar and a scalar c and show that Cu bar, the scalar multiple, belongs to W or does not belong to W. I have to verify. So I have taken u bar in W as x comma y, where x is greater than or equal to 0, y is greater than or equal to 0, or x is less than or equal to 0, comma y is less than or equal to 0. So I have taken, no, I didn't take a specific example here, a specific vector here. I have just taken u bar in general and as any vector of W. So u bar I have taken as x comma y. Then as it for that it to be for that to be an ordered pair in the set W, the condition that should satisfy by the elements by the coordinates x comma y are x greater than or equal to 0 comma y greater than or equal to 0, or x less than or equal to 0 comma y less than or equal to 0. I have taken a scalar c also in general. C is any scalar. Now consider Cu bar, the scalar multiple of u bar by the scalar c. Cu bar is equal to Cx comma Cy by the scalar multiplication in the set of ordered pairs of real numbers, that is in R2. So this is equal to Cu bar is equal to Cx comma Cy. Now I claim that Cu bar belongs to W. For the reason I can give is the elements, the coordinates Cx and Cy both are either greater than or equal to 0 or both are less than or equal to 0. For the reason that as we already have x greater than or equal to 0, comma y greater than or equal to 0, or x less than or equal to 0, comma y less than or equal to 0, when we multiply them with a scalar c, where if c is positive, both are Cx and Cy are greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0. Or if c is negative, then Cx, Cy both will be negative, less than or equal to 0. So in whether the C, if C is equal to 0, then both Cx and Cy will be 0. That is how we can say that either the product Cx is greater than Cx Cy, we can have the choice Cx Cy greater than or equal to 0, both are Cx Cy both less than or equal to 0. So finally we can say that Cu bar is a vector in W. That means W is closed under, the set W is closed under scalar multiplication. Now let us move on to find the solution for the problem, the part B. Now we have to, in part B, they are asking us to find, mention two specific vectors and find whether U bar plus V bar is in W. And for that I have taken U bar as 2, 4, and here I have taken both positive numbers 2, 4, both are greater than 0, and V bar I have chosen in like this -3, -2, and this also belongs to W for the reason that both the coordinates are less than 0. So both the coordinates are less than 0 or greater than 0 is not the actual condition. The condition is that the product of the coordinates we have taken should be greater than or equal to 0. So when I chose U bar to be 2, 4, then I can claim that the product 2 into 4, that is 8, is greater than 0. And at the same time V bar, when I have taken it as -3, -2, I can say that the product -3 into -2, which is 6, is also greater than 0. So that is how U bar and V bar are the two specific vectors we can have our as our choice. Now U bar plus V bar is equal to 2, 4 plus -3, -2, and this is further equal to -1, 2. But here the product of the coordinates -1 and 2, which is -2, is not greater than 0, and for that reason -1, the ordered pair -1, 2 is not an element of W, and hence W is not closed under vector addition, and on the whole we can say that W is not a vector space. So in the previous problem the set given was closed under addition, but it was not closed under scalar multiplication, and hence that was not a vector space. In this problem the set given W is closed under scalar multiplication, but it is not closed under addition, and even in this case also we can claim that W is not a vector space. So we have finished solving fourth problem, and here it is fifth problem. Actually I want to give fifth and sixth problems as an exercise to you. You just write down these problems and try to give your own solution, and if you won't get, then go through this solution I have provided in this slide. Let us first read the question, and then see whether you can try to do it on your own. So let us go through the problem first. Let V be the set of real numbers with the operations addition defined as difference of two vectors and usual scalar multiplication. Verify whether V is a vector space. So addition U bar plus V bar here is defined as U bar minus V bar, and we are asked to prove that whether we are asked to verify whether V is a vector space. If it is not, verify which axioms fail to hold. So you should be able to give one or more axioms which fail, so that the vector defined like this V can't be a vector space. So this problem you try at home as I have already given solution here. I have provided the detailed. I have in fact I should say I have verified all the 10 axioms. I want to see what the whatever be the axioms which are not satisfied in the vector space, and what are the axioms which are satisfied in the set V. And you can follow, you first try it on your own as an exercise. If you won't get, then go through the problem. And if you need, I will explain in the next class in brief tomorrow in the next video lesson. So sixth problem is, there is a sixth one also, sixth problem. This also you can do. I just read out the problem for you, but you should be able to solve this problem also, as I have explained 4 problems. The last 2 problems, try to do it on your own as an exercise. And even if you won't get, no problem, I have provided the solution for you here, and you can go through it. And what is the problem given to you in this sixth one? It is, let V be the set of all ordered triples of real numbers of the form 0, 0, Z. Ordered triads are ordered triples. That means there will be 3 coordinates in each element of the set V. And if U bar is equal to 0, 0, Z, V bar is equal to 0, 0, Z dash, these are the 2 elements given as the elements in V, and C is a scalar, and define U bar plus V bar is equal to 0, 0, Z plus Z dash, and they have defined the addition of 2 vectors, and at the same time scalar multiplication also. Cu bar is given as 0, 0, Cz. So there are defined addition and scalar multiplication provided to you. So making use of those 2, you have to verify the different axioms of vector space. So the question is V a vector space with the above operations which are defined like that, addition and scalar multiplication. And further it is also asked that visualize the geometric meaning of V. It is very simple, as the first 2 coordinates are zeros and only the last coordinate Z is given. That means when x is 0 and y is 0 fixed, and only the z coordinate is varying, that means the points constitute on the line z axis. So the set V is nothing but equal to the z axis. So that is the geometric visualization that I have explained now. But as far as verifying the axioms is left to you as an exercise, and try to do them. And even if you won't get, there is no problem at all. I have given you the solution here, verifying all the axioms. But first of all, you have to try, as you have seen how it goes, how to verify the things in the first 4 problems. We have seen now you are in a position to understand what we need to show whether the given set is a vector space or not. But in this 5th and 6th problems, I have verified all the axioms. But in the exam, you need not write all the axioms. You go on try the axiom until which is not satisfied. If all the axioms are satisfied, then no problem at all. But somewhere if you are getting that some axiom is not satisfied, there you can end and state that, you can claim that, you can conclude that given set is not a vector space. So with this, I close the class for today, and practice all these problems of vector spaces. And with this I have finished off today. With this today's class I have finished off the topic vector spaces also. And in the next class we have to go to the next topic, that is subspaces. So in tomorrow's next video lesson I will go through the topic subspaces. So here I remain. Okay children.